Welcome to the Drunk Linux User. I'm Len. I am the Drunk Linux User. And I mentioned in my last video that I was struggling with using transparent PNGs and video editors such as Shotcut. Now, if you use Kdenlive, for some reason this doesn't happen to you. So if you don't want to watch this, just move along. But this is for video editors similar to Shotcut. I found that out of about roughly 8 or 10 that I used, about 3/4 of them had this issue. So what is the issue? Well, I've already got this set up in Shotcut, and what we're looking at right now is my logo, this PNG file. It is transparent, and I've got it set up for 15 seconds. You can see there's no editing across here. Okay, no different blocks, otherwise you'd see some cuts right here. I have a blank space in the first 5 seconds. I have a black background that very simple to do. You just go up here to open other color, select the color you want, and then drag it from your main image down here to the time frame, set it up, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Very fast Shotcut tutorial, right? Okay, so this right here is nothing but a black background, and I've got it set up on the bottom. If I were to put it up on top, of course, it would block the image here. You wouldn't see anything. Then I have a 5-second video right here. I wanted to use something dark so that you could see the contrast and make sure that you could see what I was talking about. So what am I talking about? Okay, well, my PNG setting up on top is transparent. Right now I've got it hidden. When I bring it in, you're going to see how bad this looks. Yuck. First of all, these little bubbles here, they're supposed to look diffused, and you'll see that in just a moment. The text looks jagged. It looks horrible. It really looks pathetic. So every time I kept dropping this into the timeline of this and some of the other video editors, this is what I'm finding. Now, what you're going to see is as we move along and then we go to the black background, which is coming up here in just a few seconds, boom, got that nice diffusion on the bubbles up here, and the text comes out sharp. So my guess is, well, I guess it's better than a guess, but all the information is here, but for some reason the timeline has absolutely nothing there. And again, with Kdenlive, if you drop it into a blank timeline, boom, you get to see this. There are a few others that did the same thing, but either they were just, I'd be spending more time trying to figure out how to learn that video than actually making a video, or they were lacking other features that I was looking for. I stayed with Shotcut. Anyway, I did my research. I found out you have to have a background here to be able to show sharp text, to have all this information come out. So we have the black background here, and if you're curious, you can actually go in and change the color. So let's go ahead and change it to blue. That way you can see it isn't just black that caused that sharpness in the text and the diffusion in the bubbles. Try this again, go back to black. There we go. All right, so scrolling right along, we're going to come up on that little movie now. In the background, you can see that stars are actually showing through the bubbles as it plays. Text is still clear. The bubbles look diffused. Everything is great in the world. So if you were to render only like this, it will render looking only like this. And I'll show you what I mean by that. So let's go to export. We'll go up to my tube settings. These are presets that I've already put in here. And for some reason, it always goes to, and I don't have any audio, but okay, constant bitrate, all that's right. Video is all right. So we're going to export, and we'll do it to the desktop, and Drunk Linux, save. And you can see it rendering here in the background upper right. Won't take long. 15 seconds. Took 11 seconds. Not bad. All right, so bring this over and launch it. Now you can see this is without a background, and with the background, and coming up here shortly, the movie. Yeah, that's what I thought. So it's something in the way that these video editors are presenting their backgrounds that is causing this issue. I call it an issue. Maybe it isn't. Maybe it's built this way. Maybe it's a feature, not a bug. But anyway, this is what I found, and I thought I'd pass it along so that you wouldn't be spending about 5-6 hours trying to figure out what the hey is going on. So let's remember our words of wisdom. Don't drive drunk, don't drink and drive, don't go to eBay, Amazon, or use MSN shopping all buzzed up thinking you're going to buy the latest, greatest, and coolest stuff, because you're probably not. And in the meantime, sorry Coca-Cola, but this is the only thing in the house. Bottoms up, and later, dudes.